Okay, so I want to take you through a very powerful and great exercise using the sandbag, and this is the Sandbag Clean. Now, if you're familiar with the term clean, it of course is derivative from Olympic lifting and getting the barbell up into that rack position or doing a clean from the ground. We're essentially going to be doing the same thing, but instead of using a barbell, we're going to be using a sandbag. Now, the unique benefit about a sandbag is that, not every single rep is exactly the same because of the sand that's inside of it is kind of always moving around, always shifting, so it can make a very dynamic and very interesting workout because, that weight is always, changing and moving in all different ways. So there are a few things that we want to make sure that we're covering and that we're doing right to get this exercise effectively. One is that we want to think about driving up from the legs. So if we're taking that weight from the floor, we want to drive not just with the arms. And this is a common mistake that a lot of people do, is that they just pull up with the arms. So we're really kind of driving from the legs. And just like in Olympic lifting, we want to think about shrugging up. So we're going to be pulling up, getting the shoulders to come up towards the ears. We're going to come almost up onto the balls of the feet. And so as we're pulling with the entire body, we want to think about getting to this point where the sandbag is almost weightless and you're driving up hard and fast enough that it becomes almost suspended into the air just for a split second. And then when we feel that, then we're going to take those hands and then drive them around the sandbag. So that means that we're going to move quick and fast. So this is about moving dynamically and fast, power, speed, okay? All very good attributes to always practice, whatever age that we're at, using speed and using force. So let me demonstrate the exercise real quick, so we'll break it down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm here, shoulders are back and down, back is flat. So as you notice, as I'm coming up with the bag, that I'm shooting my hands underneath it. So a lot of times when we do like kettlebell training and in the sandbag too, is that if we just bring the hands up and just expect, the best to happen where it's just going to flow nice and easily and we just think that's going to do it by itself, it's not. We have to actively move those hands around the bag. So if we don't, it slams on the arms, and it looks like this. So we don't want it to come up onto us. We don't want the sandbag to move around us. We want to move our hands around the sandbag. So we're moving that rotation of the bag by pushing those hands through. Okay? So coming up from basically like a deadlift position, so the chest is lifted, shoulders are back and down, so lats are engaged, hips are a little bit higher than the knees, okay, and we're driving those feet into the floor to get that weight up hard and fast. Shrug the shoulders up, you're getting that hip extension, so the hips are going to drive forward, we're going to come up, or even think about that triple extension, so hips, knees, ankles, coming up, and kind of catching the bag in that rack position, okay? So, or receiving position is also known as. So, up. Now, on the way down, we don't just want to drop it, right? We want to be able to control it, okay? Even though it makes that sound, it's still being able to control it. Yep. And that is the Sandbag Clean.